Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the one, the only Toothber. Hi guys, it's Toothber. Yes, I'm back again. I don't know if I posted last week. I hope I did, but I don't remember. Anyway, as you guys can see by the title, today is an epic video about how this one kid snitched on me. And I got him back in such a good way of karma. To the point where, like, okay guys, I'm gonna say now, how I got him back is not like I avenged myself by murdering his pet snail. Like, no, that didn't happen. His pet snail is fine. Jimmy is okay. But, it just, like, it got him back, but didn't really get him in really that much trouble. It just got him back. So, anyway, before we get into that, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys. We finally hit 40 subscribers. Let's go. Our next goal is going to be 42. So, actually, no, we'll make it 41. We'll make it easy. So, if you're new, just please subscribe. My next video is going to be very interesting, and this week is spring break. So I'm definitely going to upload at least once more, probably twice if I can think of something else. Also, I'm thinking of starting another YouTube channel. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if I do end up making it, I'll let you guys know. And my brother, he's going to be making a YouTube channel, but that's going to be very, very, very later, like in the summer somewhere. So, yeah. So, that sucks, but yeah, that's that. Alright, anyway, guys, now that all of that's out of the way, let's get into the story. So, when I was in, I believe this was 6th grade. Yes, it was 6th grade. There was this one guy, so there was these, okay, let me explain the kind of group there was. There was this group of people, they were like, not 18. They were, so these guys were more like the jocks of the class. They were really athletic and like very athletic. These guys could run a good way. Actually, no, I take that back. They weren't too athletic, but they were not bad. Like they were above average. Not like Messi star athletic, but they were at least above average. And they love sports. They just did. And this one guy, so I went to PE class, and I was just sitting down. How they do it is the PE class is in the exact same room as like the auditorium, or in other words, like the big place where they will have, what's it called? I think it's an assembly. Place where they'll have an assembly, and when they have the assembly, they have you go there, and they have this little stage, and there's a bunch of little stairs in the stage, so you can climb up and down the stairs, and I ended up going up the stairs, and you kind of just sit on the stairs, like on the stairs. So I was sitting in the bottom row, I remember, and then one of my boys, and then this little kid, he was shorter than me, but in the same class. And honestly, if you're shorter than me, then that's just a big win, alright? I make so many jokes about my size. If you're my friend in real life, especially my one friend who got her friend to subscribe, if you know who you are, and shout out to you, you are awesome, and thank you for being a great friend. I hope you watch this video, so you can get my thank you. Anyway, but anyway, the thing is that with us sitting on the stairs, this one guy, he comes over and he asks me if he can sit in my spot to sit by my friends. Remember when I said, if you're shorter than me, that's, like, come on. The reason I say that is because, again, I make so many jokes about my size. I am a very short person. I am not near tall at all. But either way, this guy, I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it. Anyway, so this guy comes over and he hops in my spot. I get out of the way because I'm a nice person. I was known as the nice guy. And after I get out of the way, he sits down and PE continues. This is not where he got me back, but I just want to mention this because it makes me so angry after listening to what happened next. Then after that, he comes along, and right after that, we go into our back class. That was like the first period of the day. And this was in 6th grade, so we would have our specialty is what we called it, which is pretty much one of a few classes like STEM, where you would just learn science, engineering, pretty much building just small little stuff, doing little challenges. Computers, where you learn to type, and that's why I use Homero, and I know pretty much every single person watching this will disagree with that, but I do not care. I will use Homero, and you can't stop me, alright? But anyway, we used Homero, and we just had fun with it. Or I did. See, because my teacher was very strict about Homero, and it's like Homero or death. Like, so, when it's about in that situation, you kind of are like, hey, and Homero doesn't seem so bad at the moment. And I hopped in, and I started doing Homero. I just thought it was, I just always have typed Homero, and I'm one of the fastest typers, and everyone, like, who I know agrees with me on that, so, yeah. So, as that's happening, so, yeah. Anyway, so we could go back to class, and then we just continue on with our day. But then our teacher decides we're going to go on to Nearpod, I think it was, like some learning app. I don't remember what it was, just where she could do like a slideshow. And we hop on, and what she does is she says, she's helping out these other kids because they're getting really confused. They don't know how to get on there. And so she's helping them out, but she's not really paying attention to me or any of the kids. So we'll have like 10 minutes because they're really, really, really struggling. Like, they practically didn't know how to turn on the computer. I was like, okay, now we have boomers in our class. Like, I was like, what? But luckily, she was able to help them out, I think. I don't remember. It's been too long. But I started doing this one thing. We did like this little math game, and if you beat the math game, well, there's no way to really beat it. But pretty much you had to do like 20 minutes of it each day, and I thought I'd get 10 minutes done and then have to do less at home because I hated homework so much. And I ended up starting on it, okay? I didn't get finished on it, but I ended up starting. And I was doing my thing, I was just having fun. And then all of a sudden, that one friend who I let sit in my seat, alright? And I'm still angry about that. I let him sit in my seat, and he repaid me by snitching on me. I let him sit in my seat, and he walks up to my computador and looks at the screen and says, hey, he's doing, and then he screams the game. Like, he's doing this game, he's playing it. And here's the thing that gets me so angry. She didn't listen at the beginning. She continued to help the person out. He said it 30 times. Okay, listen, there's a big difference between a tattletale and somebody who's just telling on somebody, like a snitch. And, because the difference is that if you're just being a tattletale, that means you're constantly just trying to get this person in trouble. You're trying to do anything you can to like, get this person in trouble, to tell on them. But it's not a tattletale or snitch if, like, you have to. Like, let's say you're going to get in trouble if you do not say who it was, then you kind of got to. Otherwise, you get in trouble, you know? Like, let's say there was, like, a food fight or something, and they're accusing you, even though you're a good all-A student, and, you know, you're their favorite student because you watch Toothbert. Make sure to subscribe, then they'll give you all-A's all throughout your whole school year. That was a joke. That won't actually happen. Please subscribe. Anyway, but they're accusing you, and you know who it is, but you don't want to sell them out. But they say, hey, listen, if you don't tell us, then we're going to get you in trouble. And you say who it is. That's not really snitching. That's more of being like, okay, listen, I was going to get in trouble for something you did, and I'm not doing that. And that's okay. So that's totally fine. If I did something and somebody else was getting in trouble, please, just tell on me, alright? Get me in trouble. I'm okay with that. I'm taking care of my actions, alright? But either way, but the difference is that he was actually trying to snitch. Like, he could have said it once and then realized, no, I shouldn't do that. That's not fair to him, and then just decided no and left or whatever. But no, he decided to continue screaming the teacher's name, trying to get me in trouble. And I hate that to this day, because it's so annoying. Why would you try so hard to get me in trouble if I let you take my seat? Okay, like, I know I'm getting too worked up about the seat, but still my seat! Anyway, now that I've gotten the seat out of the way, alright, okay, I'm good. Anyway, so this person just kept screaming the teacher's name, trying to get me in trouble. And I was so angry the whole time because I'm like, dude, I thought we were friends. Like, I remember saying that because, come on, I let you take my seat, and how do you repay me? You get me in trouble? Wow. And then eventually, after the billionth attempt, she finally, like, listens and looks at me, and I'm like, okay. But she doesn't even, like, get really that angry at me. I get a little bit of trouble, but it's not that bad. She just gives me a look of disappointment. And I gave, like, a very nervous smile, because honestly, I thought it was dead for a minute, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't have 30 pounds of homework, and I don't know why I paused the game. I don't have 30 pounds of homework, and I'm still at school, so I think I'm okay. And I continue to just try, alright? I just try to get him to stop. And then eventually I get in trouble, and she just lets me go. She doesn't, like, hold it against me. She doesn't say, alright, that's it, 5 hours of detention. And first of all, I don't even think, we didn't even have a detention back then. And I don't even think that's legal to put me at school for 5 hours. But it's fine, it's whatever. I mean, yeah, that was hard. No, I'm kidding. And I just continued doing my thing. But I knew in the back of my head, if I have a chance to get him back, I'm going to get him back. And I'm going to get him good. But I didn't want to go up and punch him in the face or anything, because then guess who would get in more trouble? Me. I'd get in even more trouble because I punched him in the face, and he didn't do anything to me. So I honestly was, like, ready to get this kid back, but I didn't know how, because, like, it doesn't really pop up the opportunity. Because, again, I'm not punching this kid in the face to, like, insult him or anything, because then I'm going to get in more trouble. But then comes the perfect opportunity, alright? It couldn't be more perfect. I'm walking out of class, okay? Because I have to use the bathroom, and I go to my teacher's desk, and his desk is kind of near the teacher's desk. So as I'm walking by, I can see a screen because we were working on computers. Again, remember when I said we're like on like that slideshow presentation thing? And I look at his screen. He's playing video games instead of like paying attention. And sorry, by this time we were kind of working on our own assignment online, but he's playing video games instead of working. And I see this, and I decide the perfect plan to get him back. It was perfectly strategic, and honestly, couldn't have been better. Da Vinci even walked up to me and high-fived me saying, "You are a genius," and gave me an A in breathing air class, okay? That's how good it was, alright? And not everyone gets that. Y'all know that. So, anyway, I continue, jokes aside. I go to the teacher, and I tell her, "Hey," and then I say his name, "is playing video games. So, hey, Joey Mobob is playing video games on his computer." She says, "Oh, okay." And then I go to the bathroom, and I just have a little grin on my face because I'm really excited because I think I got him back. And when I come back into class, he's doing the assignment on paper. That was perfect because guess what, guys? I got my first dub in Fall Guys, alright? I know it's completely unrelated, but yes, I've been working so hard to get this for you guys. I've recorded so much. My computer's out of space. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, I come inside, and he's working on the assignment hand paper version. He had to do the whole thing paper version, plus not to mention the embarrassment of being in class and having like the teacher call you out. Sorry, I just hit my chair on the window because I was so hyped. But he had to go through the embarrassment of like her calling him out in front of the class. I assume I wasn't in the class again. I used the bathroom. And then I just had a smile on my face, and I kind of wish I went over and said, you know, karma sucks, maybe don't snitch on me next time, and he would have known it was me, but it ended up not doing anything because I didn't want to, because it was kind of like quiet, work on your own time, and I didn't want to get in trouble. But anyway, guys, that's the recording. I got a job. You guys are so welcome, I think. Anyway, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for liking. And, I have a pretty good story for next time, so probably Monday, I'll make it. And anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for making this YouTube channel what it is today, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you, friends.